So if you have clean hands, it'll be more comfortable. Can you see the top of this piece of clay? Because I'm going to do some drawings on it.
Oh, yes.
So I am going to be having my elbow hooked into my body, and I'm going to be pushing the clay in this direction, right? I'm going to be pushing this way with my body. Clay over on this side is running into my hand, right? As soon as my hand moves over here, now clay is moving away from my hand. You see how that happens? From here, me and the wheel working together. Over here, me and the wheel working against each other. Yes. For all of our centering moves, I want my action point attacking the oncoming clay, right? I'm going to be pulling with my other hand in the opposite direction. Clay coming into my fingers, clay moving away from my fingers. So when I was saying we pick a hand of the clock to work on, we need to stay on that hand of the clock, because as soon as we change the hand of the clock that we're working on, our action point changes its behavior, right? Attacking the oncoming clay is unique to centering. You know, when I'm going down, I'll be over here instead of over here. As soon as we move past the centering moves, we're almost dealing with clay exclusively moving away from us, with the exception of collaring. So that's the only thing different about centering from the rest of the process. The rest is even more true as we go along. The high heel principle. The smaller the contact I have, the more effective the force. Each time I double the surface area, I cut my strength in half. So this is half as strong as what I started with. This is a quarter as strong. This is super weak. I can't think of a time when pushing with my whole hand is the correct thing to do, right? I'm going to be pushing with this strip of my hand right here. I call my mushroom control. And right now it's straight up and down. I'm going to want to start it tipped in like this, right? I'm going to be pulling from these three fingers. Again, I'm going to have them tipped in like this. Every time we touch the clay, should be spinning before we touch it. Shake my hand for a minute. Horrible thing to get, right? The wet fish, right? Firm handshake is what we want, right? When I touch the clay, I start with a wet fish. I get my hands in the right place. Then it becomes a firm handshake as I press in on the clay, and we're looking for a cone shape. The clay down below this line is impossible for your mushroom control to get. The only way to get that is I'm going to slide down with my claw and pull with a single finger, and I don't want to dig under. I'm trying to create a continuous slope from the bottom to the top of my cone, and I'm looking for something like that. Okay. Why don't you try those moves, and we will do our doming moves after you try a cone.